There's a chemical in your brain that makes you feel like a superhero. It boosts your motivation, sharpens your focus, and even kills your social anxiety. And in the next few minutes, you're going to learn 5 science-backed ways to hack it. The best part? Every single one of these is free. I'm talking about dopamine. But let me warn you, most of what you've heard about dopamine is dead wrong. Dopamine isn't just about feeling good or chasing pleasure. It's way more important than that. Think of it as your brain's motivation molecule. When your dopamine levels are high, you feel unstoppable. You tackle challenges head on, you feel energized, and you're ready to crush your goals. But when they're low, even the smallest tasks, like getting out of bed or replying to a text, can feel impossible. Now here's the problem. Modern life is absolutely wrecking your dopamine system. Every TikTok scroll, every Instagram like, every YouTube short, these are like tiny hits of dopamine. And just like a drug, you need more and more to feel the same effect. Eventually, your brain becomes desensitized. You stop finding joy in the things that used to motivate you, and before you know it, even your passions feel like a chore. But here's the good news. Your brain doesn't care where dopamine comes from. And that's exactly what we're going to exploit with these 5 methods. Method number 1, the cold shower hack. This one's brutal but incredibly effective. Taking a cold shower can spike your dopamine by 250%. That's more than nicotine. Why does it work? The discomfort shocks your system and activates your brain's reward center. It's like your brain saying, if you can handle this, you can handle anything. Start small. 30 seconds at the end of your normal shower. Gradually build up to 2 minutes. Yes, it's going to suck at first, but here's the thing. The more it sucks, the more powerful the effect. And if you stick with it, you'll notice a shift. Not just in your motivation, but in your mental resilience. Method number 2, the anticipation hack. Here's a question. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? If you're like most people, you check your phone. But here's the science. Anticipation of a reward releases more dopamine than the reward itself. When you grab your phone first thing in the morning, you waste that precious morning dopamine spike on meaningless notifications. Instead, hold off. Try this. For the first hour of your day, resist the urge to check your phone. Use that time for something productive, reading, journaling, or working on a goal. You'll feel the difference almost immediately. Method number 3, the small win system. Let's talk about momentum. Most people fail because they try to take on goals that are way too big. Here's a better strategy. Break down your tasks into ridiculously small steps. For example, if your goal is to write an essay, don't start with that. Make the first step something absurdly easy, like open the document. Then make the next step type the title. Why does this work? Because every time you complete a small task, your brain rewards you with a hit of dopamine. These micro wins add up, and before you know it, you've created a chain of unstoppable momentum. Even athletes and entrepreneurs swear by this method. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about stacking small wins until they snowball. Method number 4, the nature reset. Have you ever noticed how much better you feel after spending time outdoors? That's not just in your head. There's science behind it. Spending just 20 minutes in nature, especially in the morning sun, can increase your dopamine levels by 20%. Combine this with light exercise, like walking or jogging, and you're looking at a dopamine boost of up to 100%. Even if you live in the middle of a city, find a park or a quiet spot where you can soak in some green surroundings. Bonus points if you leave your phone behind. Think of this as hitting the reset button for your brain. Method number 5, the music method. Music is one of the fastest ways to trigger a dopamine release, but there's a catch. If you're constantly listening to music, the effect wears off. Instead, save your favorite playlist for when you need to perform. For example, if you're about to hit the gym, tackle a big project, or even clean your apartment, play that playlist. Over time, your brain will associate that music with motivation and dopamine release. You're essentially creating a Pavlovian response, but for productivity. The secret to success. Now here's the biggest mistake most people make. They try to implement all these methods at once. Don't do that. Dopamine is all about anticipation. Instead of overwhelming yourself, pick just one method. Master it for a week. Then add another. This gradual approach builds anticipation, which is a dopamine hack in itself. Take back control. Here's the bottom line. Your motivation is too valuable to outsource to social media algorithms. These apps are designed to hijack your brain's reward system, But now you have the tools to fight back. Start small, stay consistent, and remember, every time you choose discomfort, focus, or progress over distraction, you're rewiring your brain for success. Your future self will thank you.